Green as a color does everything, and I mean that. It draws cards, it kills cards, it does your taxes, it really does it all. And you know what? We gotta talk about that. Cards like Shamanic Revelation gain you life and draw you cards for having a big wide board. Cards like Lifestream Blessing draw you cards for having a big tall board. Cards like Garruk's Uprising meet right in the middle where they want to see lots of creatures come out, but they want them to be relatively big. Green also has some of the best removal. Heritage Reclamation gets rid of 2 types of permanents and can even get rid of a card in a graveyard at instant speed and can trip when it does that. Druid of Purification gets rid of at minimum 1 artifact or enchantment, but often gets rid of 4. And Beast Within flat out gets rid of anything in the game that doesn't have indestructible or a heavy ward cost. This thing is really, really powerful. And at 63 cents, you've probably got a couple, or your shop is willing to sell a couple at bulk prices, but I keep seeing people forget that this is your Omni answer to most problems. Also, while there are budget staples like Rampant Growth for green that everybody should have a couple of, I'd also argue that you should be running a couple Search for Tomorrow. Not only does it bring the land in untapped, which means it's the same rate of return as the Rampant Growth, but you can play this on turn 1 with its suspend cost and get the benefit on turn 3. An untapped land on turn 3 guarantee that your opponent is not likely to interact with is a wonderful upside to a card. There's very few downsides to this thing. Let's also not forget that Rampaging Baloth is like one of the most notable green win cons, since playing lands is kind of what it does. But did you know that Glacier Godmaw for 15 cents gives your whole board 1/1 Vigilance and Haste? And it does that multiple times, and he even creates a token that can fetch the lands out for you. Glacier Godmaw honestly wins games, and I am surprised that more people don't think of that card at all now that Edge of Eternities has been just kind of absorbed into our collective unconscious about Commander. It's a really wild ride to me, but are there any other cards that people usually forget? Let me know in the comment section below, because I honestly would like to expand lists like this and talk about more budget staples that we probably all have lying around.